Welcome back to this edition of Whack Wednesday Stories featuring JD and me, Perisham. Today's story is about.
Did you lose your voice?
Today's story is about. Today's story is about UFOs. My mind was going one way and my mouth was going the other way.
My name's
Does-
Jeff.
My name's Jeff. This story is called Triangles Over Belgium. Beginning in late 1989, a definitive UFO flap converged on Belgium.
Well,
That's a weird term to use.
triangle flap.
Yeah. The majority of the sightings occurred in the vicinity of Wallonia. On the night of March 30th, 1990, over 2,700 reports of massive triangular UFOs were made to the Belgian Air Force. Usually, the Air Force received fewer than 300 UFO reports annually. They got 2,700 in one night.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Sightings were made by the members of the military, police officers, civilians, and 5 separate radar stations. The UFO had a light at each apex of the triangle and a large light in the center. One investigator described how these lights were predominantly red, but would change to blue, green, yellow, and white, as if the
W. What year was this?
1990,
1990.
as if the craft were sending messages from the lights. During the
I
night,
think they made a show about that. Closing Encounters of the Third Time.
that was in the 70s.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't early 80s, I thought.
I thought it was late 70s. We'll have to look that up. During the night, 2 different NATO stations' radars detected one of the crafts. 2 F-16 fighter interceptors were released to investigate. The pilots both managed to lock onto the spaceship 6 or 7 times, but apparently controlled by intelligence, it would always break free of the lock. That's weird. One time, the spacecraft descended from 10,000 feet to 500 feet in 5 seconds flat. Damn. It would execute a zigzag pattern and could manage acceleration from 280 kph to 1800
per hour.
to 1800 kph.
100 per hour.
174 miles per hour to 1118 miles per hour in seconds. The force necessary for such a maneuver would be beyond human endurance, just as amazing as the lack of any sonic boom. There was no sonic booms. Interestingly, Britain reporter shouldn't start that over. Interestingly, Britain reported a similar wave of sightings the same night. In Staffordshire, a family watched. Yeah.
So 1993 is when sightings had the crop circles.
Yeah.
That were formed
in Staffordshire.
And government took the video.
Huh. Yeah. In Staffordshire, a family watched the triangular ship fly extremely close to the top of their house as it emitted a deep bass vibration. A Royal Air Force officer at the local military compound saw the enormous ship casting a tracking beam across the landscape
as cows.
as if searching for something. The gigantic triangles were sighted repeatedly for many months afterwards. Many people tried to photograph the ships, but only one man managed to obtain an observable picture.
They're moving so fast.
Yeah, or they're like Bigfoot. They can't be pictured, or
they're blurry.
Can't be pictured. Can't be caught on camera.
So, certain frequencies mess up cameras.
Yeah, the fact that 2,700 reports in one night, that's crazy.
Well, it depends on how big the town is. 500,000 people. That's not a lot.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But that's 200 some crazy enough people to call in and say they saw something.
Yeah. Yeah. So the quote for this one.
It's by Helen Keller.
It's not by Helen Keller. And it's not by Seth. Sometimes I think we're alone in the universe, and sometimes I think we're not.
Sometimes you're fucking wrong.
In either case, the idea is quite staggering. Arthur C. Clarke. So, I don't quite get that. It's staggering that you could be wrong or right 50% of the time. Anyway, Let us know if you've heard of this story. This is the first time I've heard of this one, and I'm a big
Doritos. I'm saying Doritos are way older than 1990.
yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah, it's like Doritos been around for a while. I'm gonna have to look this one up because this is interesting. You don't hear much about this UFO sighting.
As modern as it is, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it's within 30 years, right?
yeah.
Is it 30?
So let us know what you think in the comments. Have you heard of this one, or have you heard of any others that are more extreme than this? Until next time, in Europe, or
Look up what a kilometer per hour is.
till next time.
Stay whack.